Yeah, Dave, I guess a pretty wild game. Just what are your general thoughts? And big comeback, couldn't quite finish it off there in the seventh, like you obviously would have wanted.
Yeah, I mean, just a lot of emotions in that game. We obviously we got up to a really bad start on the mound, and we're down 5-0 before we knew what happened. Then we're down 6-0 and 7-0, and then we start chipping away. Another bullpen day after we had to stress it out yesterday. Really came down to the starting pitching. If you really take a step back, they're freshmen. He threw strikes. He got us out for 4 innings. Our pitcher didn't throw strikes and he didn't get people out. And we got behind the 8 ball. Then on the other hand, we came fighting back. We never quit. Guys were believing. And then, we were right there, obviously. I mean, we get a big hit with 2 strikes by Leach, pinch hit double. We strike out 6 times the whole game, but we struck out 3 times in the top of the 8th with runner at second and third and nobody out with the top of our order, which ended up being the difference. 1 or 2, the first 2 guys got to get that time run in. And, they both got called out looking, which is, kind of tough. And whether it was outside or whatever, both of them, it is what it is. You got to make contact somehow.
And then Palvich, or however you say that guy's name, can't seem to say it right. He had the big strikeouts Friday night, and then even after going 4 innings, comes back. I know he gave the double Leach, but then what'd you think about how he closed out the game for the Aggies?
He did a great job. I mean, he did what they were hoping he could do, because they were pretty much down to their last guy, it looked like, and he was either going to do it or not. And give him credit, he pitched great.
Yeah, I got a couple more about the UCA game Tuesday, but I'll turn it back to Oliver. Thanks, Dave.
Hutch.
Dave, you touched on it a little bit, but what did you see out of Wiggins today?
Same thing everybody saw. I could throw the ball to the plate. Pretty simple.
And then you used several guys out of the bullpen today. I'm curious if any of them stood out to you. Toll gave you a couple innings. What did you think of the bullpen's overall performance?
They did okay. I mean, I wouldn't say anybody was lights out. I'm looking at the list here. It seemed like, they just kept punching in runs on us. But they didn't get the big inning on us, so we weren't blown out of the game. You got Ramage that came in. I thought he did a pretty good job, actually. He's the one. And he gave us, almost 3 innings. They scored a couple runs on him. Vermillion threw an inning. They scored a couple on him. And just, I'm not saying that it was all their fault. We made a couple of errors, we didn't catch a couple of balls at first base that were on a double play ball that just didn't get caught. He was going to be safe, but the ball got by. Run gets to score. He gets to go to second base. Cheap error. Another ball. Wallace makes a great play, gets up, throws a ball. It was a tough catch because it was maybe 5 inches off the ground, but it was still in the air and it was coming now. It was about 95, it looked like, and handcuffed our first baseman. And, instead of having an out, they got a runner at second base. And we make an error on a ball that shouldn't be an error. So to me, it was first baseman didn't catch a couple of balls. That hurt. So our pitching, I mean, it was pretty good, but they kept getting a big hit here and there. We didn't finish them off real good. And Tiger had a great 8th inning. It would have been nice if we would have at least tied that game when we put him in.
Andrew Ellis.
Yeah, Coach, I was just wondering what that conversation with Slavens was like at that last at-bat you called. I believe it was after the first or second pitch of the at-bat. You called time and called him over. Just kind of, were you trying to calm him down a little bit, or what'd you say to him there?
Exactly what I did. I mean, you saw it. He didn't like the first call, didn't show very good body language. Who cares? It's just one pitch. That's what I told him. Don't worry about it. Hey, man, go up there, get your pitch, get your good swing on it. And don't let that one pitch ruin your whole bat. Pretty simple. And, we knew it was going to be a tough matchup, left on left. He's a good hitter.
It seems like every time, Gregory comes up late in the game that teams go to their lefties, and you went back to Leach today. And how good was it to see him come through in that spot for you?
It was good, obviously. I mean, he drove in 2 runs, put the time run at third, and go ahead run at second with no outs with the top of the order up. I mean, what more could I want? Maybe a home run. So good for Leach. He did it with 2 strikes. He had a tough pitch the other way off the end of the bat, got it over the big, tall first baseman who was playing him deep. And, you know, he did everything that we asked him to do. That's go up there and compete.
Robert,
Yeah, Coach, I was going to ask about Leach pinch hitting for Gregory all 3 times this weekend. I guess you just didn't like Gregory hitting lefty-lefty.
Have you seen his numbers against lefties?
I have not.
Yeah, you ought to look at him.
Gotcha.
all right, Bob, finish it off, please.
Yeah, Dave, you know, quick turnaround. Will you guys go straight to Little Rock, or you go home first and then go to Little Rock?
Get home. How bad's the weather there?
It's raining here. It's kind of crappy, you know.
Yeah. We're gonna try to fly out here tonight and get back and take tomorrow to regroup, lift. Hopefully be ready to go play well on Tuesday night.
You know, the fans are always so excited when you guys go down there and play. I guess you guys are the home team, even though UCA is closer. But how do you feel about the games there at Dickey Stevens?
Well, I appreciate the fans in Central Arkansas. You know, they follow us pretty good and make it easy for them to catch a game. I mean, it's not easy for our team. You know, I'd rather do it when, you know, we played at home. We have a little bit more rest and then travel on Tuesday. But, you know, the SEC doesn't get our schedule out to us until really late. And it's we got to schedule a couple years in advance. So, you know, it is what it is. We got to travel. We got to travel back, travel there, and then get ready for Ole Miss this weekend. So but I enjoy going there. I think the fans are awesome. And, you know, once we get there and get settled in, get ready to go, our guys will be excited to do that.
I know you haven't probably thought about a starter yet, but I'm thinking McIntyre's going to pitch. It's, you know, either start or pitch. I know he's thrown pretty well the last 2 midweeks. What do you thought of his pitching here of late?
Yeah, man, he's throwing the ball well. You know, he threw the ball well the last couple of midweeks, and we got a couple, 3 guys that are definitely ready to go that we did pitch up here or down here. And then not sure exactly who we're going to start yet. We'll probably make that decision tonight on the way back talking, or maybe wait and see how people feel tomorrow and put that out there probably tomorrow afternoon.
Let's go. You guys have been so done. I think you've won 13 in a row over in-state teams, and obviously, you know, you should beat them, but still, you know, baseball, midweek stuff, crazy things can happen, but you guys have avoided that. Do you feel like, are you guys still excited about these games? Do you worry about them overlooking them between A&M and Ole Miss, or just kind of how do you think you guys approach another in-state midweek game?
Yeah, I wouldn't say our guys are excited about it. I mean, you know, it's just human nature, you know, they're probably excited a little bit when we first started out, but, you know, when you get into the grind of the SEC schedule, you know, unless we're playing maybe a really high-ranked team, you know, our guys are just trying to play well, get a win, and get to the weekend. And us as coaches, we do the best we can to, you know, to motivate them and tell them how important these midweek games are. But I know they'll be excited to get down there and play in front of a big crowd in Little Rock.
Okay, thanks, Dave. I appreciate it.
Hi, Coach. Thanks for your time.